Previously, in the anime, Lloyd just stole a core of dungeon after he cleared it out, but he immediately left and Tao lost the chance to take his contact information, so Lloyd rushed back to his home and saw Grimoire was crying out because he was beaten to a pulp by Silpha in training while he was gone. Poor guy, his pride as a demon was crushed. Then Lloyd showed him he got late because of this dagger he got from the dungeon, which has an enchantment engraved on the blade, so Lloyd got the idea to try out enchantments and borrowed many swords from Albert's knight. Lloyd made many enchantment on their swords and to try it out, Albert invited Lloyd for a monster hunting, so abiding with that invitation, Lloyd and Silpha joins Albert to go for a monster hunting from an early morning. Then midway through Lloyd woke up and saw the outside world. Lloyd is not allowed to leave the castle, so Lloyd was excited to run into Monster and to see his handiwork. Albert even let Silpha accompany them, for which she was grateful to him. Albert knew Silpha is Lloyd's teacher and bodyguard, so he guessed Silpha might miss him. And Albert was right by seeing Silpha that happy, so he asked Silpha if she has feelings for Lloyd, and Silpha warned Albert for his words, but there she sensed there's an ambush planned by monsters and Lloyd already knew that chi breathing, it makes a search area where he could sense anything. Then their knights were slashing those monsters like butter with the enchanted swords, it was so sharp even knights got scared. And Albert started praising Lloyd for his good work and told everyone that they were wrong judging Lloyd for his age, but Silpha already beat mostly everyone on her own. Then one of the monster targets the carriage and Tao dropped in and kicked the monster off. She got here as she sensed a hot guy here, so Lloyd was trying to hide his identity, but Tao was sure she heard Albert's voice from the back. She saw some resemblance of Albert in Lloyd, but Silpha wanted Tao to make some distance from Lloyd, and there the waifu begins to get angry at each other, so Albert puts out the fire between them, and he lets Tao join them because she could sense Monster more clearly, and after that she learned he's the prince and apologized for rudeness. But she was still searching for the hot guy she sensed, and the guy was hiding from her. He entered his tent and saw that Silpha was changing in his tent because she's gonna sleep in here with Lloyd. All the guards here were Albert's personal knights, so she's on guard to protect Lloyd. She don't want to let go of Lloyd, and that's where Tao stepped in and saw misleading things like something like Shota and a maid, so Silpha got angry at Tao for barging in. They got outside and the knights started to enjoy the cat fight since Silpha is only half-dressed. There Albert tells Lloyd that Silpha has changed since she started teaching him, and their knight were still enjoying the cat fight, and Albert knew and tells to Lloyd that Silpha is in love with him, but still, a friendly advice from him, Albert warns Lloyd of relationship with women from personal experience. Then the girls saw the hungry guys were gawking at them, so they beats them up first. Then Silpha got dressed, and Tao tells them she was here to renovate the shrine, so Silpha wants her to get lost and do some work. But Lloyd and Silpha sensed something, and there a monster attacked them. It was a bear wolf. So Lloyd steps to the very back and the wolf starts his attack, but their grimoire was thinking something while others were fighting with that wolf. There Albert used his magic sword and defeated the wolf. He was amazed with the power output because even his sword was enchanted by Lloyd. Lloyd had enchanted some extra spells in his sword, but their grimoire was sure he knew that a demon was sealed in that shrine. Then suddenly, that half-cooked wolf got back up again like a zombie, and the reason was actually resting in his mouth. It was a demon who wants to mess around because he got free from that shrine after many years. He called for a monster horde to attack them. Knights slashed them up, but they can't die and regenerates easily. Now that was pain for sure, and Grimoire tells Lloyd that demon was controlling them. So Lloyd asked Grimoire about it and he tells him that the demon is transmuting his mana to control them, and more so he supplies his mana to let them regenerate. So Lloyd's intention were clear, he want to learn it right now while others were in trouble. There the demon was making fun of all of them, but mostly he insulted Lloyd, and Silpha got pissed off hearing this. Her presence was dominating that all of them stopped their fight, and that ignorant demon was still up with his insulting remarks. Even other monster were scared to move an inch, so the boss lady is ticked off and got ready for cleaning. There the demon was sure no one can kill his minions, but Silpha tells him to shut up because he stinks like a gutter. That was something, so the demon attacked her, but just in a flash. Silpha had already cut down its legs even before it jumped, so the demon focuses his mana on Beowulf and his control got loose on other monsters. Albert saw that and told Silpha to keep injuring that guy, but Silpha was already planning to do that. Then, aside from them, Grimoire started to teach Lloyd about transmuting his mana and told Lloyd to shape the mana and color it, and then include a scent, step by step, but Kid already did everything on a single go that even demons couldn't do, so they started to sniff that scent while Silpha kept protecting Lloyd. There she borrowed a knight's sword and she got on cloud 9 holding Lloyd's enchanted sword. So the demon began to spew nonsense about Lloyd again, and Silpha became a demon. Herself, the bear wolf bit her whole, but she was so angry that she slashed the monster from the inside and used a sword skill from the House of Langlease, to come out like a goddess. She cleared out that bear wolf and brought the rat outside with her demon-like skills. She was like the most badass waifu in that moment, and everyone knew one thing: never mess with this girl on any occasion. Then Lloyd made his mana look like Silpha's, and she was ready to cut down that demon with her master's sword. And that's where episode 4 ends, but in case if you missed the previous episodes of this anime, don't worry, I have created a playlist where you could watch all the episode, playlist link in description. Please watch the missed out episode to understand the story. Until then, take care.